Good day everyone, my name is Nur Ashira binti Razali and today I am going to talk about my poster titled Medical Waste, the current challenges and also the future sustainable solutions. First and foremost, let's talk about the baseline threat under the global crisis scale. Long before the COVID-19 pandemic, over 50% of the world's population was already facing severe environmental and also the public health risks due to the unsafe healthcare waste disposal. So in the transitional and developing nations, mismanaged medical waste directly contribute to an estimated 1 million deaths every single year. The most alarming immediate consequence is the spread of bloodborne pathogens due to the contaminated sharps and also the shrinks. Globally, unsafe disposal of these devices is responsible for a staggering 32% of all new hepatitis B infections and 40% of hepatitis C infections. When COVID-19 struck, it triggered an unprecedented and also the unsustainable spike in single-use plastic PPE, which severely threatened to collapse global waste handling frameworks. Now, what is happening actually on the ground inside our healthcare system? Under the Section 2, the meta-analysis reveals critical data gaps. First, a massive 36% of all medical waste consists of high-quality plastic materials. While this represents an incredible resource recovery opportunity, we fail to capture it because the average global rate for proper source segregation is only 33.4%. This is deeply compounded by a severe safety deficit. Only 41% of frontline waste handlers receive formal safety training. As a direct consequence of this 59% training gap, an average of 40% of waste management workers suffer occupational injuries, including needle stick wounds, skin infections, and also the musculoskeletal damage. This brings us to a fascinating and also the highly critical finding in Section 3 under the socio-economic paradox. The research proved that the medical waste generation rate, also known as MWGR, scales positively with economic status. As shown in the chart, high-income countries like the United States and also Canada generate the highest volume of waste, peaking at over 8 kg per bed per day, compared to the developing countries like Pakistan, which generate as little as 0.3 kg. So here is the paradox. Although wealthy nations produce massive amount of waste, they possess a high environmental performance index, also known as EPI scores, meaning they successfully contain and trade it safely. Conversely, developing nations generate very little waste, but their extremely low EPI scores mean their waste often ends up in open dumps or low-tech back-end incinerators that release toxic dioxins, creating a severe public health hazard. To resolve this crisis, we must abandon the traditional linear of single-use model and adopt a circular economy strategy built on 3 actionable steps. First is the rigorous source segregation. We must enforce strict separation of that 36% plastic waste at the ward level before it ever gets contaminated. Second is the mandatory safety training. We must eliminate the 59% training deficit to protect our frontline workers from infections. And the third one is the advanced disinfection technology. Instead of burning or burying materials, we must deploy modern, eco-friendly sterilization to safely recycle medical-grade plastics back into the manufacturing chain. This 3-step approach directly advances to United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, especially SDG 3 for good health, SDG 12 for responsible consumption, and also the SDG 13 for climate action. And to conclude all, this medical waste is not just a biohazard, it is a valuable secondary resource if managed sustainably. And that's all from me. Thank you.